Hey Diva, where we going?
Seven brew.
Where?
Seven brew.
What we trying?
Coffee. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna get. You're gonna get some gay ass little drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some gas.
Bro, back up.
The homophobia in this car. Angel's a widow man because I fucked up his order.
Fuck you, bro.
But we made it to the 7 Brew. We'll let this diva go off when we're off camera. I got the brunette. And then we almost started a fight in the parking lot too because some lady tried to cut us off. But I didn't let the bitch. So, period.
I don't know how he has his driver's license.
Okay, everybody. We made it back to the house and we're using literally the entire setup. And I got a brunette. What did you get?
I got a chai something. I don't know what it's called.
I fucked up his order if you guys can't tell from the previous video or clip. But yeah, this is my first impression. I haven't tried it yet. Okay. Okay. It's not bad. It's better than Dutch Bros, I'll say that. She's good. She's average.
Definitely recommend the blondie. The blondie's better than the brunette.
I guess blondes do have more fun. Okay. So today we're going to do this is what I am calling my podcast, but it's not a podcast, obviously, because we don't have the fancy little mics and this isn't going to Spotify, but it's going to be kind of an interview-based like video. And obviously, if you guys don't know, this is my little brother. His name is Angel.
Hi, my name is Angel. I'm 15, and I'm his brother.
And he's always been part of the videos as a whole. If you have been following me since day one, you will see him as he was a little toddler. He is now a teenager, a full-blown teenager. So yeah, I wrote the questions down here in my handy dandy little diary. We're gonna get started. Do you want to ask a question first?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay, go ahead, Queen.
What's a good first question for you? Um, uh, if you guys don't know, my brother is a girl. He is gay. It's very awkward to say because now I know that he's part of the LGBTQ community. How do you feel? How'd you react when I first found out that you were gay?
When I first found out this little fucker found my TikTok, I was pissed. I blocked like 7 different accounts of his because for some reason he made 7 different TikToks. And then I thought I had all of them. And then one day he was like, I know your secret. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I know you're gay, David.
Um,
How did you feel when you found that out? That little piece of information.
well, when I found out, I was still pretty young. I was like maybe like 9 or 8,
No, you were 10.
somewhere around there. I don't really remember. But when I found out, I was pretty shocked. Uh, it wasn't like I hate him, you know. It's because I've always been open to anything, you know. He's my brother, and I'm gonna support him, gay or not. But it was really shocking for me. I've always kept that secret ever since came out to my mom. Um, everybody knows except my dad and our other family. And
Most of our family knows, though. Most of our cousins.
yeah, just not our uncles and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels more comfortable it feels more comfortable now.
Yeah, the connection is more genuine. I feel like I could be more open and express myself versus when he didn't. I mean, he was obviously still a kid too, so. But now that he's a little bit older, he understands a lot more things. So it's there. He's conscious of it. He is what I like to think as an open-minded person for him being so young, where we live in a society, at least for us being like first generation, something like what I am is not it. But here we are making the difference. We are the change, y'all. Okay, that was a good question. Look at you eating that up. Um, well, if you guys don't know, I also have we have a sister. She's obviously not here because she lives in a whole different state. Um, but we're gonna go. My question is gonna be, what is your favorite childhood memory with both of us, or with like like your separate ones?
Um, my favorite memory with you guys was when we went to Mexico for Cousins 15. We had a lot of fun over there. Um, yeah, I don't know. It was just more like a closer bonding experience since you guys never took me out of Colorado. So it was pretty fun. That was my favorite childhood memory because I got to how do I say this? I got to experience a lot of Mexico. I got to meet um more cousins over there and stuff, more family friends and stuff. And yeah,
Great. That was a very fun memory. I think he was like 8 or 7 years old, and then me and Karen were. I think I was like 20 and she was 18. So we were not old, but we were older. Okay, perf. Let's. I had to call up some friends to get these interview questions going because, yeah. But well, here's one of Mark's questions. What's your favorite school subject at the moment?
my favorite school subject at the moment is English. Because I feel like my teachers, she's cool. Um, I've never experienced high school English, so this is definitely really it's fun. She helps us a lot when we're struggling. She always makes sure we're on top of our game. She always gives us ideas when we're doing projects and stuff. And well, I've always done good in that class. So shout out to that teacher.
You're also a little mathematician,
Yeah, I am a mathematician.
not a musician. He's a mathematician.
I'm getting better at math. Math was never my subject, but I like it more since more of my teachers are like a lot helpful and stuff.
Period. Okay. Sorry, guys, this is a little awkward, but this is an ASMR moment. Okay. Give me a word that describes me.
A word that describes you. Joyful. Um. Joyful and like.
Joyful. He is always calling me a bitter bitch.
Joyful and bitter. I say that because you always when I'm having a bad day or something or anything like that, you always find a way to cheer me up and make me laugh. You can be bitter sometimes though. I will say that.
Okay, I think a word that describes him the best would definitely be courageous. He is the youngest in the family, but my god, he's done some shit that me and my sister wouldn't dare to do. um Homeboy over here pierced his own ear after our mom said no, and he was just like, "What are you gonna do about it?" Which period. But I would never, as I was when I was his age. But my mom has also kind of grown up in a sense. After obviously raising two 20-something-year-olds and now a 15-year-old, so she took it not the best, but she didn't take it the worst. So yeah, courageous is definitely the word I would use to describe him. Um, what is it like being the youngest in the family?
Um, Being the youngest in the family is very sad, and it's also a very good thing because sometimes I'm left home alone and I don't have anything to do anymore. When I was younger, you're more younger than I am now. You guys would stay home and stuff, and you would take me out, and um we would go through stuff, fun stuff and stuff. Sorry for saying that twice, but I don't know how to explain it. And yeah, since everybody's got in their own lives, it's kind of like I'm more in my own bubble. I stay in my room 24/7. I do homework. I sometimes go out with my brother to go get food or go downtown or go walk the dog or go to the gym. And pretty much most of the time he's working, so I don't see him sometimes. And yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. Unfortunately, being a corporate girl, I don't have a lot of free time, so I can't spend time with him as much as I would like to. But like I said earlier in this video, I had a vacation and it was pretty much just about spending time with Angel. Even though we didn't get to go where we wanted to, but we just did stuff around the house or around the city. But yeah, okay, that's depressing. um, what would you say is this is a fucking corny question that I hate. What is your 5 year plan after high school?
Well, my 5 year plan after high school is to hopefully, since you guys don't know, I do like cutting hair and I'm trying to pursue being a barber and joining the barber industry. And my plan for after high school, like 5 years after high school, is to hopefully open like a little mini barber shop or something like that. Have my family, have my house and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Would you look at that? A 15-year-old with realistic goals. Period. We did right, sister. We raised a man, a respectful man too. Um, what is a song that describes the relationship all three of us siblings have?
The song that I would say describes us is um it's kind of corny. It's not really like a sibling thing, but it's like Un Millón de Primaveras by Vicente Fernandez because the farther you guys are, I'll still love you guys no matter what.
Oh, Pookie, you're gonna make me cry. Okay, that's cute. Karen said hers was Breath of a Feather. Get emotional, guys. um, I think the song I would use is Die with a Smile. I wanna, die with my family or my siblings, because we're a unit. There's three of us, and there always will be. Um, yeah. Sorry for getting emotional. um, okay, this is a good one because I feel like a great way that our mom expresses her love for us is food. So, what is your favorite? What is your food? What is the food that she makes that reminds you of your childhood?
Um, the food that she makes that reminds me of my childhood is enchiladas because for my birthday she would always make enchiladas. They're so bomb, delicious. Another one is green spaghetti. That one's
Spaghettis.
also bomb. That reminds me when my sister and my mom would work together to make that food, and I'd fuck it up.
When I was younger, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So instead of going out and like having parties or anything like that, my mom would always make me barbecue chicken for my birthday. So that is the food that reminds me the most about my childhood. That and mole. Like when I came home to that, I knew it was going to be a good day. So yeah, good. And enchiladas too. But I'm very picky with them. If they're not fresh, I will not eat them. Um, what's your worst memory with each one of us? I already know what mine is.
Um, Back when my brother first started his job, he was really stressed, and I would always really be annoying him and stuff. And I'd always snitch to him, to my dad. This one time I was being really, really annoying, and we were at an Asian market, and I was like messing with the rice, a big rice sack, and I kept smacking it. And we were with his friends, and then like the bag fell on me, and it was too heavy for me to grab, so I just kind of like pushed it with my legs, and I ended up breaking like two bottles of uh some Asians,
Chili sauce.
some Asian chili sauce. And when we got to the car, he beat the fuck out of me.
I didn't beat you. I smacked you a couple
Yeah,
times.
you smacked me a couple times in front of his friends. That shit was embarrassing.
I was like, I had a little Ash Trevino moment. Not gonna lie, I was like, "Más vale que te pasigues," and then he didn't listen to me. And then obviously I had to pay, and he broke more than two.
It was like 4.
He broke like four, so I got charged $50 when I had $10 to my name. So was it the greatest? No, and I regret that every day because I feel like that traumatized him a little bit, probably a lot. But yeah, that was not my finest moment while raising this child. What about with Karen?
Karen is this one time during school she was like a good 20 minutes late to pick me up since she couldn't get off her job in time. And I used to have a year-old friend, childhood friend, and I went to go look for her and I was like, "Hey, my sibling isn't here yet. I don't know what to do. Can you stay with me for a little bit?" She stayed with me like a good 20 minutes. Shout out to you, Brianna. Miss you. You're bestest friend I could have ever asked for. But and then I walked home and I was like, fucking 8 or 7. I didn't have a phone. And my sister was all panicked because she went to go look for me and I wasn't there. The front office told her I wasn't there. Um, School was about to call cops. Um, they told her to go look for me at home, and I was home.
I was working too, and Karen just calls me crying. Where I can't find Angel. I can't. So I'm over here shitting my pants. I left work early and just to find this little fucker out there on the like driveway.
I was waiting for them. Karen got home. She yelled at me pretty bad. She hit me with the belt. Not that hard, but she hit me with the belt and screamed at me in front of my friend. Um, but we made up after, so it's okay.
You guys need to remember too. Like, yes, we're talking about it in like a lighter note, but we were kids raising a kid, so
It's not always easy.
it's not. We didn't know what to do. Obviously, we didn't react the best of ways, but we also never took it to the point where we were beating the shit out of Angel. So I want to make that very, very clear. We were, yeah, we would never beat him like that.
Just like some smacks on the butt, and that's it.
He is not a paid actor either. So, okay. What? Which? Okay, so me and my sister each have a dog. We have Henry. Everybody knows Henry. And then we have Ace. Which one's your favorite?
Um, this is hard. Ace is very
Ace is a pit bull.
Yeah. Ace is a really big pit bull. He's heavy, and Henry's just a little
Henry's
baby,
a little
baby, little poodle.
poodle.
Um, I love Ace, but I do love Henry more. He is my favorite. He's seen me cry because of getting yelled at. He's seen me do a lot of things, and I don't know. He's always loved me ever since he was a baby. Since I always took him out of his cage and would feed him stuff. And yeah,
Period. You heard that. Henry is the winner. Okay. What is your favorite song at the moment?
my favorite song. Can I say this? Do you think we'll get copyrighted?
No, I mean, as long as you don't sing it or play it.
Okay. My favorite song at the moment is fuck. Um, it's Paris by Junior H.
Never heard of that.
They never heard of it, but it's a really good song. And I like Junior H overall, so
Period. I think mine's currently is Tate McRae's Sports Car, the one that goes ding 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 ding. Ding. I don't know why, it's just a vibe. Yep, it's just a vibe. You got a sports car, hit me up. Um, Okay. Well, that's pretty much, I think, the extent of my questions. Do you have any for me, sir?
I have a lot actually.
Okay, let's choose four of them and ask them to me. The little dandy hair thing is gonna go away.
Um. Okay, we have like your worst relationship out of like everybody. You don't have to say their names. Just
Worst relationship in what sense? During or after?
both.
Well, being a fruit, I have an extensive dating history. So, um, I think I don't. It's a sore subject right now because I'm going through a breakup. Well, not really. It's been 3 months already. But I think this current one was definitely maybe not one of the worst, but definitely one of the.
The hardest hitting.
It was one of the hardest hitting ones. That's all I have to say about it. I don't want to give this person any more of my energy. Is the conclusion I've come to. It was just very. It was very shocking to see what transpired after. I guess after everything that went on. But I mean, that's what relationships are because it's not the first one that I've been through. My situationship fucked me up so bad that I'm still considering going to seek medical or like therapist. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Good question, Diva.
Um, any lore with our family members? Any family member?
What kind of lore do you want?
Anything?
Let me see what I can remember. Any lore, any lore, any lore, any lore. Hey, I don't want to get in trouble with the family. Oh, I guess our grandpa on my mom's side absolutely hates me. Clocked me at a really young age. I think I was 7 years old. Clocked me for being a little diva. Um, it was my first time in Mexico, and he just really like didn't understand why I didn't know how to do a lot of the things boys did over there, like a lot of like rancho work. Cause obviously I was from the city, so un costal de pinche cemento cuando iba yo a poder con él. Pinche
Little body, little.
little 7 year old así. But he yelled at me until I did it, and then I started crying, and then it actually traumatized me so bad. But that is, that is some of David's lore and family lore. Like it's more extensive, but obviously y'all don't need to know about that.
Um, what's another good question? What is one of your favorite memories? Not with your siblings, but with like friends and stuff. Like, what's your favorite memory ever?
I think my favorite memory ever was thanks to, or one of them was thanks to my friend Gideon for taking me to my very first concert, and that was Blackpink. We were in the pit. We got VIP tickets, and I didn't know until we landed. So I was like, that was it was so good. And then as far as an overall memory, that is the best. Was I think one of the best ones with my siblings was when we got to see our dad get out of the hospital. It was very traumatizing to see our dad in the state he was in, but
Hooked up to all the machines.
yeah, it was just not a great time. But the fact that we got to bring him home in one piece was like, I think this huge relief for all of us. He was too young to understand, so trying to keep a 5 year old or 7 year old from understanding what was going on was like also very difficult when you were trying to handle your own emotions. Um, so that was, it was like a huge like memory that I remember, like bringing him home and like just having him alive. So yeah.
Um, any any good high school day memory or moment?
I have a lot of high school memories with a lot of my friends, but I think one of the best days ever was, it was me, my friend Alexia, Mark, Marlene, Brisa, and I think Crystal might have been there. But it was the day I got baptized with my nickname Davida es la puta vida. Um, just cause we would all hang out and have a good time, but like, I always enjoyed watching everyone laugh, and I always enjoyed making people just feel good. So yeah, I got baptized with that name in like senior year in math class or junior year, and then I've had it ever since, and it's now my channel. What about you?
A high school memory
Yeah,
or
since you're in high school.
um my favorite high school memory at the moment, since I am a freshman barely, it was when me and my friends skipped out on one of our tests.
Okay.
We went to 7-Eleven, we went to Dutch Bros, and we had a good time.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
This was in the beginning of the year too, so I did redo that test though. We did get in trouble, but I begged them not to call you guys, so that's why I haven't like.
Ooh, you little fucker. Okay, ask me another question.
Okay.
Last question, guys. We promise.
Last
Kind of lengthy.
last and final question is, how'd you know what you were from a young age? Like how'd you know you were gonna be gay? How'd you know you were gonna like guys? What made you not like girls, or what made you view them different?
Okay, so this is another big lore in the David Davida chronological series or whatever. But my earliest memory was having, I think I was like 5 years old. I had a crush on the babysitter's boyfriend, and I would get very jealous when they would touch each other because they would always like hug each other and stuff. And that's when I knew I was different. Um, I have a lot of friends that recall me trying to date girls. I just wanted to fit in with everybody else because that was the norm. But I realized really quickly that I didn't like girls like that. I've actually never kissed a girl, I'm pretty sure. So, like, I want to say fifth grade, I already knew what I was, and I started accepting it slowly, coming out as like bisexual and stuff in seventh and eighth grade, and then I started embracing who I truly am. Shit, barely now, but I just knew because I don't. I can't really tell you how I knew, but I just knew I was different. It wasn't like I didn't want to kiss a girl. I thought it was kind of gross. Um, I also like would see our dad like check out women and like see like their big boobs and stuff. I was like, that does nothing for me. But like that one dude from La Gaviota, you know which one? He's like Gaviota. Like, oh, he was a fine. Yeah, like I just knew as a kid. I just knew, and I've been told by many a different people that I'm wrong for feeling the way I do. But to those people, I have to say is this: fuck you. And yeah,
Good to know. Good to know.
all right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this very first podcast with my brother, Angel. Angel, any last words?
Um, keep watching David stuff. He tries really hard. He's funny. I don't know. In my opinion, he's just better than anybody.
Period.
Yeah. See you guys next time, I guess.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, share this with all your friends, I guess. And if you're my family, bye.
It just